Opposed? What do we do?
You look really nice.
You look great.
I don't have any feathers.
Oh, did you lose them?
I lost them. I
No.
molted. How you doing?
I'm good now. How are you?
I'm good now too.
Isn't that what marriage is all about? Loving each other, united in perfect harmony. Even when marriage gets hard, because it will. Even when things don't seem fair, because they're not. Even when it's hard to forgive, because it will be. You can choose, above all, to clothe yourselves with love, which will bind you together in perfect harmony. In marriage, there's always something to learn, something to overcome, something to forgive. Marriage is filled with picture-perfect days when the sun's shining, the birds are singing, and you're laughing in slow motion as you have a picnic in the park, right? It's also filled with days when you just wake up with bad breath and eat Pop-Tarts, keeping it real. In marriage, you laugh, you cry, you fight, you make up, you grow up, you speak up, you shut up. Casey will do that part a lot. Marriage is exciting and memorable and fun and epic. And it is hard, but it is so, so worth it. My prayer is that both of you will commit to love each other like Jesus has loved you. So Casey, look at Megan. Megan, look at your man. And if you're here with your spouse or your significant other, go ahead, grab their hand right now. Go ahead. If you're single and you're sitting next to someone that you kind of like, go ahead and grab their hand too. This is your chance, okay? The preacher told you to. Go ahead. It's all good. So now it's time to share your vows, your promises of commitment to one another. And these vows are not just empty, repeat after me words that we have to do because that's what everyone does at a wedding, right? These vows reflect your lifelong commitment to each other. There's an old school word for this. It describes this. It says you're making a covenant, a sincere and solemn pledge from the bottom of your heart. And the cool thing is that you're not doing this alone. Marriage is a community thing. I'm here as your pastor. You have your family here all around. There's beautiful bridesmaids and groomsmen are here. And they're here to help you all be a support in your marriage covenant for the rest of your lives. And ultimately, today I believe you're making this covenant before God. And so, now it's time to share your vows with each other. And Casey, you will start. Okay. Repeat after me. I, Casey, take you, Megan.
I, Casey, take you, Megan.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
And I promise.
And I promise.
Before God and these witnesses.
Before God and these witnesses.
To be your loving and faithful husband.
To be your loving and faithful husband.
In plenty and in want.
In plenty and in want.
In joy and in sorrow.
In joy and in sorrow.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I give you my hand.
I give you my hand.
My heart.
My heart.
And my love.
And my love.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
Megan, your turn. Repeat after me. I, Megan, take you, Casey.
I, Megan, take you, Casey.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
And I promise.
And I promise.
Before God and these witnesses.
Before God and these witnesses.
To be your loving and faithful wife.
To be your loving and faithful wife.
In plenty and in want.
In plenty and in want.
In joy and in sorrow.
In joy and in sorrow.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I give you my hand.
I give you my hand.
My heart.
My heart.
And my love.
And my love.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
As a sign and a seal of the vows you've made today, you've chosen to exchange rings. And so, drum roll please. This is your one moment. Yeah, one job.
All done.
There it is. Success. All right. You can go sleep now. You're good. All right, we have the rings here. Present and accounted for. Rings have been a traditional part of marriage for a long time. And if you've ever been to a wedding before, you've heard the ring speech, right? The ring shape, the continuous circle, reminds us that love must never come to an end. Rings are a visible symbol of a marriage commitment, Casey, you are off the market, my friend. And these rings are made of precious metal, which reminds us that love is not cheap. Ain't that the truth? Your love is not cheap. So guard it, protect it, fight for it, and let these rings always be a reminder of that. Casey, will you take a ring and place it gently upon the third finger of Megan's left hand, and repeat after me this promise. With this ring, I seal my promise.
With this ring, I seal my promise
To be your faithful and loving husband.
to be your faithful and loving husband,
As God is my witness.
as God is my witness.
And will you take his ring? You take that ring and place it upon the third finger of Casey's muscular left hand. And repeat after me this promise, saying, with this ring, I seal my promise.
With this ring, I seal my promise
To be your faithful and loving wife.
to be your faithful and loving wife,
As God is my witness.
as God is my witness.
And so let's not delay this any longer. I therefore, by the power vested in me, pronounce that you are husband and wife. Casey, you may kiss your bride. It is with great honor and privilege I get to present to you publicly for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Tyrell. Give it up.
I can't think of an important time in my life that you weren't there, and that's why I'm so honored to stand by you today. As all of you know, Megan is just the best, obviously. But what's funny is I never thought someone could enhance her until I met Casey. I have to say, Case was not your number one fan at first, but I'm kind of a tough critic, and you're a Flyers fan, so. But then you survived a pit game with the Steigers and the Muffleys, and I thought, all right, there's some potential here, because let's be honest, our crew's a lot. But it wasn't until I visited Philly one winter and I spent some quality time with Casey that I realized the importance of this guy to my best friend. And since then, my fondness has only grown. Casey, you make my Megs a happier version of herself. You two push each other towards your goals, and you have so much fun doing so along the way. Watching you two build this love has been such a pleasure for me to witness. So I just want to say thank you for making my best friend's dreams come true. And I'm blessed to say that I gained a brother along the way. I love you two so much. May God continue to bless you with a lifetime of happiness. And don't worry, I'll be there the third wheel along the way. And so I'd like everyone to raise the glass to the new bride and groom.
I have two daughters. My youngest daughter, when she was born, the first thing when talked about who was going to be the godfather, there was not a doubt in my mind that the only person in this world was going to be Casey. So I went up to you, Casey, and I said it would be my honor for you to be the godfather of this little girl. Before I could even finish the sentence of will you be the godfather, Casey looked at me dead in the eyes, and he went, what are the legal responsibilities for something like that? So it was really great to see that Casey was on board right from the beginning. But after a little bit of persuasion, Megan hitting him, it went fine. He said yes. Now, Megan, I remember when I first met you at Chris's family barbecue thing. I was really excited to meet you. I wanted to finally meet the person that Casey was falling for so hard. I was very nervous though. You were coming into a group of friends that some of us have been friends for 15, 20 plus years. You know, we can be loud, stubborn, highly opinionated, and I'm not just describing John. It's all of us. But you were a natural from the beginning. You went right into that, you blended in, and you didn't just blend in, you rose to the top.